How's everybody doing today? My name's Tim. I just trimmed out a bunch of my plants, but it is that time. I'm going to go through and put in some root tabs. These ones I got from Aquarium Co-op, the easy root tabs. I haven't tried out these yet. They are definitely a pretty healthy looking root tab, but I'm going to give two to my giant, as I got Java fern, and then I've got some whatever that is. And then like a crypt over there. I'm gonna give those little guys each one. There's a plant in the back here you can't really see, but it's like a red leafed thing. Gonna give it one. And then way back in here in the corner is another plant. So I'm gonna divvy up some root tabs and pass them out. And I can't believe I called my Amazon sword a Java fern. Not sure what's up with that, but got two here. Just gonna kind of stick one on either side. I usually try to rotate these. I think before I put one front and one back. So this time we'll go on each side of it. I just push it down in the gravel. I cover it back up. Drop this guy in here. These are definitely a lot thicker than other ones that I put in here. Put that down in there. I don't think you guys can see it back here, but it's one of the rhizome style plants. So I don't even think this thing will benefit from a root tab, but we're going to jam it in there anyway. Yeah, it's got a rhizome on it. And then what else we got? Back in here in the middle, I kind of trimmed off the sword. You can see I trimmed out a bunch from the front, so you can kind of see what's going on. Move on to this red leaf guy. I have all the names of these plants wrote down in my notes. You think I would have pulled that out and took a look at it before I started recording, but it's all good. On to this guy. Okay. And check out this ball. I thought it was Java moss, but I don't know if you can tell on the bottom of it or not. It's got a different look to it, and it was attached to my moss over here on top, and the air bubbles kind of pushed it, so it was like a big tower, and then that was on top of it. But yesterday I kind of trimmed that up and then cut that off. Now it's just kind of floating around the tank. But the shrimp seem to love it. They like hanging on the bottom of it. I'm trying to keep it over here out of the flow of the filter. Let it hang out back there. Alrighty, I don't believe we missed anybody. Well, that's the rhizome plant hiding back there. I did shove one in there. And I got this guy here. Leaves started getting little holes in them, little pinholes. That's why I think it was time. I have a monthly alarm set for the root tabs, plus a weekly alarm for liquid fert, which I dose 5 pumps about every week, is the Nylock G Thrive S. Safe for shrimp. And that big Amazon sword, I took about 6 babies into the local fish store about 2 weeks ago now. It's already popping up another baby in the back. Oh, and right there too. There's no leaves on it yet, but you can kind of see it. Have some more babies coming off of that. Even that's getting some holes in the leaves. And then these, I traded a girl for some of the sword. She had these spiral corkscrew. I think it's the same as the grass I have in the back. What is that? Not Ludwigia, but grass. It spreads like crazy. I started off with just a little bit in this area, and you can see it's walked itself clear to the right. It's walked itself clear to the left. Ran across the back of the tank and over. And then this guy, you notice it's blue as blue can be, but I just changed out the fluid in that. I had a little snail crawl in there and die, so I decided to pull it out. But here's where we're at, running on DIY CO2. Little CO2 generator set up over there. Running that on just yeast and sugar. I have to change it every week. And when I don't, the hair algae goes crazy. You may be able to see some in there. But that is me giving the tank root tabs.